EYOOOO! What's good, guys? Medical Gamer over here, bringing you more Pokemon Sun and Moon leaks. And so, basically, what this is, it's another archive thing in 4chan. That's where most of the leaks are. And it's basically a guy, I'm not sure, once again, I'm not sure if it's 100% true or not. And he or she basically leaked some of the different Pokemon that would be appearing in the games. And the main thing that I'll be showing you guys is like the information that he gave, and then also the pictures that he drew of the different Pokemon, because it's a really long thread. So I just kind of got these isolated, and I'm gonna show this off. And you guys can always read the thread on your own if you want to read through all the like 400 messages. So number one. It is true Rockruff will have multiple evolutions, but don't expect any major design change between the four of them. What makes you get the one or the other is the phase of the moon, which you can see from any promontory at night. I'm not sure what that is. And it also has a strong connection with the Z stones. If you see Rockruff's collar, um, and Synchro evolution as the starters do. So he's basically saying, or he or she is basically saying that the starters and Rockruff might have the Synchro evolution, which is basically like almost like a merging with the trainer, something like that. It's not exactly like you fuse with them. It's not like Fusion High in Dragon Ball Z, but it's just like Ash's Greninja, if you guys know about that. So that's what they're saying over there. And we have heard that Rockruff will have multiple evolutions. And one thing that I heard was it was based on the time of the day. So this actually could make sense. But this time they're saying that there's four of them. It's not just day and night. It's like uh, dawn, noon, sunset, stuff like that. So there's also a loose parallel to Rockruff and his evolution method with a Pokemon that gets multiple evolutions based on the height of the sun or the moment of the day. So like dawn, noon, sunset, and it doesn't evolve during the night. It looks like a succulent plant with a staff with the flower on top, whose direction varies according to the evolution, towards you, up in the sky, away from you. I think the type varies as well. So that's pretty cool how like one thing you'll notice about all of these, all the things that the OP, the original poster says is like brand new. Like these are new leaks. A lot of the stuff isn't just old things that they're reusing, which I think makes it kind of more unique. And so it says that there's a loose parallel. There's a new Pokemon that is like a plant and it evolves similar to Rockruff. So talking about the sun, some areas in Alola will have sunny day on by default. I think they mean like the sun, like the intense sunlight or whatever, like when Groudon comes out or drought, or use sunny day. Yeah, okay, you guys get the point. So see the big rocky thing on the island with the big tree. Um, yeah, that's the place. They're saying the big rock thing on the island with the huge tree. That's the one where the sunlight will always be there. So also, that's a very strange island, since time never passes and it always stays day. And speaking of weather, Fog from Gen 4 is back. Oh my god. So, if you guys don't remember, Fog in Gen 4, it like changed the accuracy of all of your Pokemon's move and things like that. It was pretty fun, but it was also kind of a nuisance, but that's pretty cool. And it would kind of make sense, thinking about the Gen 4 remakes, which is the next generation that has to be remade after Gen 3 is already done. So that's pretty cool that they're bringing Fog back, if this is true, of course. So Pokemon that I know will get an Alola form. Paras/Parasect will be infected by Morlul and their Bug Fairy. Golem is Rock Fire, and it becomes sort of a Lapillus. Not sure what that is. Coughing/Wheezing are pure fire, like it's an uncontaminated version of them. And Grimer and Muck are pure ground, because that's the same reason they're uncontaminated. The only exception of non-Gen 1 Pokemon are Lunatone and Solrock, which look very much like Minior and have the same ability. So, let's go through each of these one by one. So, Paris and Parasect are going to be Bug Fairy. And you know what? I'm going to actually show you guys the pictures right now, because I think that you guys would want to see the pictures, right? So let me just go through these. So Paris and Parasect are infected by Morlul and are Bug Fairy. Bug Fairy. So this is the image that they have for Parasect over here. And they basically say that it's very green on top, and he thinks that it might be infected by an evolution which might be greener than Morlo, but they're not sure. And they said that they remember it having spaghetti-like legs and slug-like antenna and eyes. So this looks really similar to Parasect. It's just like it's more green and it has its legs are a little bit different and just looks a little bit bigger, you know. So I mean that looks all of these drawings actually look really really realistic. So I if they are making this up, then they're actually really really good. Even if they're not making it up, they're still a really good drawer. So that's that. And then Alola Golem is Rock and Fire. That I actually have to pull up from a different tab. Sorry about that. I have to scroll through. Oh, I just passed by it. There. Here, oh, here is the Alola Golem. So that actually looks really cool. Someone when I was making my mega top 10 megas, um, I came across a mega evolution of Golem, fan made mega evolution, and it was Rock and Fire, and it looked really cool. It's a little bit different than this drawing, but this drawing is like awesome. It's oh sorry, I don't know if you guys could hear that. The headphone just fell out. But yeah, it's a really cool drawing, and if that's the case, then that's pretty cool. So back to here. I think the rest of the drawings are on here. It's just the golem that's not. And coughing and wheezing are pure fire type. So that's over here. And it says that wheezing looks like that, and the second head doesn't exist, and it's like a chimney. And there's a fire hazard symbol on its chest instead of the death, which actually makes a lot of sense because um, obviously the poison, the X with the skull is means poison and toxic for a poison type Pokemon. And so now showing the fire, it would make sense that if a fire wheezing had a symbol, it would be the obviously fire symbol. And that's pretty cool how they made it a chimney instead of like a defect. I don't know what you want to call it. I hate to use the word tumor because like that's like a serious thing. And like I'm a medical gamer, so I'm trying to be serious about like medical stuff, but it kind of does look like a tumor sticking to the side with another face. But now it's like a chimney, so it's a lot happier. It's a lot happier than a tumor. Anyways, anyways, so Grimer and Muck are pure ground. That the poster does not have a picture of them, but I would imagine they look much the same. It's just they're made of like sand, so like Sandman, you know, from Spider-Man. Marvel Comics. You guys should know. Hopefully you guys know. Hopefully you know. And so the only exception are of non-Gen 1 Pokemon are Lunatone and Solrock. So that I'm not sure. I'm a little bit skeptical of that because although yes, it's Pokemon Sun and Moon, I don't know why they would just make that exception for Lunatone and Solrock. I feel like Game Freak wouldn't do that, but hey, it's Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. And yeah, all right. So another thing that I wanted to show you, going backtracking, Rockruff's evolution. So the poster said this picture over here, that's the evolution of Rockruff that they saw, and it said it has some sort of cowl that goes on its back and connects up with the tail, which is dark and a white part at the very end. They also remember the stuff on his chest that stood out, which is like this part over here, and it was like a white cross with three gray slash silver rocks stuck on the end of the very tip of every tip. Arms, legs, and body structure are there just to give you an idea. I'm not sure if it was quite like this. And when it howls, the ears distance themselves and the chin make a straight line with the rest of the cross. So that's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool design, and it looks like it actually could be a werewolf evolution of Rockruff. So that's definitely awesome. And is there anything else that I had to backtrack? The no, let's just keep going and I'll backtrack later. So you've not heard everything about Pokéride. In fact, there are quite a few mini games involving various Pokemon, such as you can ride Alola Arcanine on extremely hot waters, but you can't surf on it. So it's literally running on water like Suicune. Oh, ignore that. Climb mountains with a new rock bug spider monkey thing. Literally spider monkey. That's awesome. If you guys have ever seen Ben 10, yeah, he is spider monkey. So that would be really cool. And you'll have to do a mini game where you avoid certain obstacles, so falling boulders. But then again, that's the only way to catch an Alola Golem without trading a Graveler. So that would be really cool if the falling boulders, like some of them are actual boulders and some of them are just golems, and you get like an encounter when you hit one of them. Tortinators are also involved. Ride Hippowdon in the desert dungeon, and you'll have to watch out for Sandygast and Palisand's that will pop up from nowhere. So that actually that does make sense. It sounds like something Game Freak would do. Having the mini games with the Poke Ride, I feel like that's definitely something they would do. Now Alola Arcanine, I'm not too sure about. The poster in this leak said that all the Pokemon in the trailer, just because they're not Alola in the trailer doesn't mean that they don't have an Alola form, such as Arcanine. So, and they're showing Arcanine over here, and they say that it looks kind of like that, and they remember the zigzag stripes on Arcanine get replaced with swirly, wavy textures, and the fur on its paws look like tiny waves. The rest might be off, though, in their drawing. So that's actually a really cool design, and it really does seem like something Game Freak would do, putting the swirls and the waves, and that, I mean, it does make sense that maybe they didn't want to include all the Alola forms in the trailers, and they wanted to put like a regular Pokemon just to throw people off. So that is possible. That is possible to have happened. And so the rock bug spider monkey is over here. So you have a trainer, and you got a like little backpack on the back of the Pokemon, and you're just on the back, and yeah, you got a spider monkey. That's awesome. It's like Machamp, but monkey and spider. Four arms. All right, so oh, that's also Ben 10. Yeah, four arms. And yeah, all right. So we got that. We got that. So you'll get four totem battles in total: Gumshoe's, Lurantis, Wishiwashi, and a pure fire feminine looking pig with lava flowing all over. Now let me quickly show the pig. That's this one over here. So I'm assuming that this is all just lava dripping all over their body, and he or she also remembers that their pre-evolution is doing what pigs do in the mud, except in lava. So like I guess rolling around in the mud, I bet it's gonna be rolling around in lava. So that's that. And I don't know. So the only thing that's maybe not so believable in this league is the totem battles, because a lot of people are posting about the totem battles, and they're like, oh, there has to be 16 or whatever totem battles, because that's what Game Freak said. There's gonna be a totem battle after every trial captain, and there's a trial captain for each type. And so this person was saying that there are only four totem battles necessary to beat the game, and the other ones are not necessary to beat the game, and you can kind of just do them on their own. That might make sense. I'm a little bit skeptical about this, but it is possible that they're keeping the other ones as optional. I don't know whether that's the case. Four seems like a little bit low, but they're kind of saying that there's one per island. So I don't know. Maybe you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Last, about the Pokemon we've already seen. Komala will evolve once in a more bearish looking Pokemon. It'll be able to throw its log around when it doesn't sleep on it. Its name is Hibernate. That's great. That is definitely something Game Freak would do. That is amazing. Hibernate. So it's like hibernate. Kind of a Snorlax guy. So that is, sorry, I'm scrolling so quickly. That's this guy over here in the middle. Hibernate. So that really does look like an evolution. So this person either must be a really good artist, or they're not making this up and they're a decent artist. Because to draw these from scratch, if you didn't know the design in the first place, it's really difficult. But if you knew the design, it's still difficult, but not as difficult. You guys know what I'm saying. So they're saying it looks like that, and it has some kind of floating saliva, and the tuft on its butt look like a pillow, and it can throw its log around. So that's that guy. And Pikipek will evolve twice, getting more streamlined and the steel type in its final stage. There will be a subquest where you'll have to search for different tree markings across the region made by this Pokemon. Middle one is named Perfowl, and the last one is named Foul Drill. So these are the two evolutions, so Perfowl and Foul Drill. So that's pretty cool. A flying and steel type. We haven't had that since, I believe, Skarmory was the only other one. So that's pretty cool, changing it up instead of just the normal flying type that you always have. And the names would make sense with the typing. If you think about it, the names of per foul, like that's probably still normal. But then foul drill, obviously drills are steel type. So this person was either very creative, or this is true that they made this steel type named foul drill. Bound Sweet will inherit a fire type when it evolves. It's based on a flavor concept from sweet to spicy. Its name is Pepperot. And Tortinator's pre-evolution is like an upside down turtle with a big weak spot / button on the belly. Its name is Kr- Krakatuga. So yeah, then the poster just says, "Oh, if you want to see a picture, I'll let you know." But yeah, this is uh this is Bound Sweet's evolution over here. The pepper one. I don't remember exactly what I just said before pepper what. But it says I remember having a big tongue sticking out and dragon fruit like scales. The main body is made up of three white balls. So that's pretty cool that it kind of looks like a dragon and they added the fire type. That would make sense. A grass fire, that's a pretty cool typing. So it's called Pepperot. So yeah, they're saying that it goes from sweet, bound sweet, to spicy, Pepperot. So that's pretty cool. And the last drawing is this one down here. I don't remember. That's the front flower plant, and it kind of spits seeds as if the flower was a cannon. The other two are quite blurry. I think they're talking about the plant that evolves differently. I'm not sure what they were talking about over here. That's the front flower plant, and it kind of spits seed. Yeah, I'm not sure what front flower plant they're talking about, but that's just, yeah, another Pokemon in the game. So it's kind of like, it looks like it's meant for Bullet Seed. Like, it better learn Bullet Seed. That's literally the only thing that it looks like it can use. So that's that plant, and yeah, that's all the pictures, I believe. Oh. Very important, very important. So they also drew the middle evolutions for all of the Pokemon, all the starters. Sorry, not all of the Pokemon, all the starters. So over here we have Rowlet's evolution. It's a little bit chubbier, and in battle it'll turn its back to its enemy and just move the head. Just the head will move towards them. When its wings are open, it looks like a bow with an arrow ready to be shot. Litten's evolution over here will be a little bit bulkier and bipedal, or bipedal. It uses its tail just like a belt and tucks its big paws into it. In the animation, you'll see it spitting on the ground like spitting on the ground. Poplio's evolution over here is very graceful and is able to lift its body doing a handstand. I suppose it's based on an acrobatic gymnast or something similar. So these are all really, really cool drawings. Honestly, they 100% look like they could be the middle evolution. They 100% look like that. I mean, just look at this, and you guys could just pull up pictures of like the starters and their final evolutions and just try to visualize the middle evolution. This is honestly what you would see. And it makes sense. Rowlet's evolution, it's an owl, so like its head, only the head moves because owls, they can move their heads like 360 degrees, which is ridiculous, but that's awesome. And Litten's evolution, it's becoming a wrestler, with the tail, just like a belt, like a wrestling belt, a little bit bulkier. And then Poplio's starts to look more like a clown slash siren, like more like the siren aspect, but still a mix of the clown. So like it really, really has those aspects. So now I think that's all of the pictures, but definitely let me know what you guys think about these leaks. I think that these are pretty cool, and once again, either the poster just has a lot of time and is a really good artist, or maybe they're a pretty good artist and this is true. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please like the video if you did like it. Subscribe. It really helps out. And yeah, I believe that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.